Welcome to Truths, Proofs, and Firewater Reviews. I'm your host, Lindsey, and this is John, risking his liver to discover new whiskeys. We base our reviews on a 25-point scale, 5 for the smell, 10 for the taste, 5 for the finish, and a combined 5 for the bottle and look of the juice. It's been a rough week. We are doing a blind. Should we tell them about your little story?
Sure.
John's gonna be a little gimpy on his right side because he was riding our daughter's bike, our 7-year-old daughter's bike, and on accident he hit the brakes and flew over the handlebars and broke his elbow and deeply bruised his hip, so he's a little gimpy lately, but he's still trucking along.
Nothing a little bourbon won't fix.
Yeah, that's the truth. No better painkiller. How are we smelling? How's this one smell?
This one smells absolutely perfect. Just a little hint right there. This one's toasted oak, slight cinnamon, very fruity, like very bright apple, peach, apricot.
Okay.
Slight orange, citrusy.
That's odd.
Like maybe orange zest.
Okay.
Very strong caramel and vanilla extract. But it is the perfect smelling whiskey. I don't give 5s out very much on this, and I am on this one.
Okie doke. That's interesting.
Yeah.
I think that's, what, your second?
I don't remember.
Third, maybe?
There might be a couple that had it.
Hmm.
Maybe like an Elijah Craig or Little Book. I don't remember.
Okay.
Now the palate. A ton of toasted oak. That definitely comes through. Which gives me like a dry roasted peanut flavor right after that toastiness fades. Not loving that much. I've never been a huge toasted type of flavor that much.
Okay.
But it is good. A little vanilla, a ton of char. Slight black pepper. And a little bit of a rye spice. Kind of tingles the whole mouth a little bit. Definitely not very prevalent. The toasty oak flavor and char really dominate everything.
Okay.
I had trouble with it because after the smell, I really wanted to like it a little bit more than I did. But it was still good. I was just hoping for it to be great. I wanted that fruitiness to come through and that caramel. But I'm gonna give it a 7.75.
It's kind of crappy sometimes because you get a really great smelling bourbon and the taste is off, or vice versa. You get a kind of smelling bourbon and the taste is phenomenal. You gotta just find that one that has both.
I definitely don't. I'm not going to say the taste is off at all. It's just not my preference.
Okay.
That toasted oak thing, I've tried in many things. There's some that I really like it in, and there's some that I'm like, it's good, but...
Okay.
The finish has that bitter char, a little bit of that rye. Vanilla does stick around for quite a while. Medium in length, maybe closer to the long end of that. Not just a strong flavor, just a slight vanilla sticks forever.
Okay.
Very nice mouthfeel. I love the mouthfeel. It was very thick and oily. So
okay.
I'm going to give that a 4.
Okie doke. How about the look?
The look. It looks good. It looks great. Nice reddish brown color.
Got nice legs.
It has perfect legs. Very thick, looks very oily, and it does taste very oily too. I'd give that full points.
Okie dokie. Here we go. 2. So we're at 19.25 without the bottle. Any guesses? Because some of the stuff that you're saying, you're spot on with. And I know that you said peanutty, so I know that's narrowing it down to 2.
Well, peanutty, it could be Jim Beam, it could be Jack Daniels. Get that a little bit on Heaven Hill too.
Okay.
But the char in the palate raised flags immediately for Jack Daniels. I think their charcoal mellowing really.
Any idea what kind?
I said heritage just because of the toastiness. It's not the normal single barrel, or it's definitely not barrel proof. It's definitely not that high up. It's right behind me.
It is.
It is heritage. Look
So,
at the color in the bottle.
It's very
Oh
beautiful.
my gosh.
Very, very, very pretty. So, interesting little story. 2018, they decided to kind of switch things up a little bit and toast, which is funny that you said toasted, toast their barrels before they charred them. So they heated up their barrels and got them a nice toasty and then charred them, poured the liquor in at 100 proof, which is normally a lot, like that's a lot lower than what they usually pour liquor in at. Put them in the highest altitude rick houses that they had and the hottest rick houses that they had. So everything about this is heat, 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 heat. So they tried that out in 2018. Well, obviously not 2018, but they released it in 2018. And this is the 2019 batch. So this has been 2 years running, hopefully a third. I don't know if there's no talk yet.
But
I think they're going to keep doing it.
I'm pretty sure they're going to keep doing it.
So they usually do about 200 barrels. There's no specifications of how much or how little they do. But it's about 200 barrels. They pull them and dump them and they keep it at 100 proof. It's a single barrel. So they're all a little bit different. But very interesting. It's an 80% corn, 12% malted barley, and
Standard
8%
Jack
rye.
Daniels.
Yep, it's standard Jack.
Is there any age hints?
There's nothing.
I would guess.
Not a word.
I'd guess it's up there around like the 8.
I was gonna say just from the color and the flavor profile.
You can't really go by the color because of the toasting, the high elevation, and
the heat.
The heat and all that just kind of makes it darker in general. I didn't know anything about that. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
You know how many bottles they had?
Well, they did 200 barrels.
Okay.
So, how many usually get out of a barrel?
It could.
I mean, it's
100
100 proof.
It could
so
be 150 up to 200.
So if we say, I mean,
200 times 200, that's probably maybe a little bit less than that they could have, but it all depends on the age. I mean, if it's 5 years instead of 8, you're going to get maybe 225 bottles per barrel instead.
Yeah.
I mean,
you never know.
It's all just speculation.
Right.
But the smell on this, now it's opening up to straight butterscotch and caramel.
That's very, very candy-esque.
I just wish that just tasted like that.
Different.
But I can't say it's bad. It's just not my palate preference.
Yeah. Okay, bottle. What do you think?
Full points. I love their single barrel proof bottles.
So 21.75 gives you an 87.
Yeah, that's good. I mean,
feel like that's pretty worthy.
Yeah. Thinking about it, other people might be higher, but it's just not my palate preference.
Yeah.
There is one that I think is similar to this. If you want to pull it out and show it real quick, it's the Maker's Mark.
These one?
RC6, yes. I do think they are very similar, but when I was tasting the toastiness, I knew it was going to be one of those. I guess we have a couple other toasted ones too, but when I was debating on my guess, I'm like, it's not Maker's because I get that little bit of rye spice in there. I think the Maker's Mark is a little bit better. The toastiness is a little different.
I feel like this one I'm going for smell and a decent taste. This one I'm going for taste.
Both are about
Like,
the
let's
same price.
let's mix them.
I would be curious on a head-to-head with these.
Maybe we'll make that happen soon.
Yeah.
But okay, well, I'm not upset about it.
No.
I think that's pretty
Going by
accurate.
what it is, I wish it was higher, but
Yeah,
it's
fair
just not
enough.
my favorite.
There you have it. So that wraps up this review. Leave a comment if you have tried this whiskey and let us know what you thought. Please like and share us to social media, subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to leave a suggestion for our next review. Thanks for watching.